Hey everybody, it's August 16th, 2020. How's everybody doing today? Sorry I wasn't able to get any videos out this morning. I actually had my nephews today, and they spent the night last night, and we were all out at the park and stuff with my son and them playing, so just had to spend a little family time, you know. We definitely need it with what's going on right now, so. And this is some more of the complete chaos that's going on in California. This is how they have now made these fire tornadoes actually, be a normal thing. That they'll call it rare, but the point is you're gonna see in these videos, if people believe that this is just a normal fire, they seriously have to be so delusional. Like, it's just crazy. You're gonna see what I'm talking about. But check this out. It says California wildfire spawns prior tornado as tornado warning issued amid heat wave. Yes, they actually sounded a warning right here. The National Weather Service has issued a rare fire tornado warning caused by the Loyalton wildfire in California. They said, look at this. It says officials said the fire's behavior was extreme enough to create its own weather conditions. It's saying that it is, look at this, induced tornado and the outflow winds in excess of 60 miles an hour. They literally put out a warning. Yes, a tornado warning, a fire tornado warning. So I guess that's a thing now. But check this out. I'll read this article. This is from just a few hours ago. It says large wildfires can heat air so much that huge clouds develop, and in strong winds, these can rotate and sometimes produce a tornado. I mean, I could not believe how insane this has gotten. A wildfire in Northern California spawned at least one fire tornado on Saturday, prompting the National Weather Service to issue a tornado warning as the state continues to endure a heat wave and wildfires. Extremely dangerous fire behavior noted on the Loyalton fire, rotating columns, and potential for fire whirls, NWS Reno tweeted on Saturday. Look at this. Fire tornado today outside Chilkoot and Hallelujah Junction, California. This was intense and scary. Check this out. I'll get this.
Yeah,
Yo, we are under some massive, weather modification, weather warfare right now. I mean, this is crazy. NWS Reno later said that the tornadic pyrocumulus has weakened. The immediate threat of tornadic activity has decreased for the Loyalton fire, but warned that extreme fire behavior will continue into this evening with new fire tornadoes and strong gusts in the excess of 60 miles per hour remain possible. Stay away from the fire area. Yeah, of course they don't want you anywhere in there to, see what they're doing. But if they do want you in there, like in paradise, then you know what they want to do with you, right? But look at this. They're actually talking about it spawning more. Like, these are just normal. This just happens in these, these forest fires or wildfires, like they want to call them. Doesn't this just line right up with all of the storms that have been happening, right? All the ones we're talking about, the derechos and the tropical storm and, everything where it's just taking out the power everywhere. And it's because of these massively high winds creating these massive tornadoes. Look at the tropical storm did the same thing. It wasn't like it was a normal tropical storm. It just dropped tornadoes everywhere. Well, what is this doing? The same thing. You can see what's going on. You can see how these all follow a pattern. The Loyalton fire in Lassen County, northeast of Sacramento, has burned 20,000 acres and was 5% contained by early Sunday, according to CNN. This is from the National Weather Service in Reno. It says, extremely dangerous fire behavior noted. Fire behavior. These words just blow me away. Rotating columns of potential for fire whirls. Responders should exercise extreme caution. Yeah, we are under attack. If you are in these areas, you need to be paying attention and doing everything you can to be prepared for these type of things and be able to get out and get away from these things. Large wildfires, here's their story, right? They're going to tell you how it happens. Large wildfires can heat air so much that huge clouds develop. In strong winds, these can rotate and sometimes produce a tornado. A fire tornado caught on film killed one person in 2018. Officials in California, Oregon, and Colorado have been battling a series of wildfires that have collectively torched more than 100,000 acres amid an intense heat wave. Check this out right here. These people are literally just right there. my. Oh my. Looks like almost maybe a tornado was right in there as it went across. I mean, this is just. I cannot get over what we're seeing. How do people not realize how, modified this is? That this is not normal at all. Sorry about the echo that was going on at the beginning of the video. I'm hoping that I got it fixed. It has just been one thing after another with, my voice echoing and stuff like that. But let's just keep going. I hope it's better. A severe lightning storm also hit the San Francisco Bay Area early Sunday morning, a rare weather event for August, and triggered wildfires in the region. What do you know? What are we hearing every day? Rare. Rare, 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 rare. Except it's happening all the time and they're causing it. The NWS on Sunday extended a red flag fire warning for critical fire weather conditions for the Bay Area until Monday morning. Any lightning strikes will likely lead to new fire starts given the current heat wave, the National Weather forecasters warned. A secondary pulse of moisture and instability arrives later Sunday into early Monday. Do you see? They're already giving it away. How, they're going to say how these all happened. Yep, they all started by lightning, that's just because it was so hot and there was all this rare lightning, as they say, a rare lightning, rare weather, but it goes and does all that, causes all that damage, Check this out right here. This is crazy. Isn't that it's just amazing what we're seeing right now. The storm came as California faces a heat wave of triple-digit temperatures, and after thousands of households across the state suffered brief power outages, the first rolling outages in nearly 20 years. And I've been covering that, and I think it's just going to keep going, and it's just going to keep getting worse for the next, probably a week or two, maybe month or so, until they get whatever they want accomplished by what they're doing. And I love how they can say brief to them. Were you the ones that were out of power? Are you the ones that had to shut your restaurants down? Are you the ones that didn't have air conditioning? No, of course not, because you knew it was going to happen. So you're sitting somewhere where you have power, or you have your, your generator, and you don't have to worry about it. So stop acting like you are part of us. The California Independent Systems Operator, the ISO, said in a statement that the brief rolling blackouts throughout the state were caused by the failure of a power plant and the loss of wind power, and power was largely restored on Saturday night. That is not what was said. I already did a report on this where the lady from ISO was talking. She said that they shut it all down because of the extreme pull on the power, on the power grid, and that they were already going into reserve power, which was really not good, and they couldn't do that. So they, told all of the companies to do rolling, blackouts. Nothing about a failure of a power plant or the loss of wind power. How could you lose wind power? You have continued to say how windy it is, right? The winds are pushing this, but you lost wind power? I mean, it's ludicrous. California ISO ordered the first rolling outages in nearly 20 years on Friday when it directed utilities around the state to shed their power loads or as air conditioning use soared. Well, of course it did. It's hot. People are trying to stay, cool and not, get hurt and die from heat exhaustion. The state's three biggest utilities, the Great Pacific Gas and Electric, which we know everything about Paradise and all the other fires as well, Southern California Edison, and San Diego Gas and Electric, turned off power to more than 410,000 homes and businesses. It's just insane. For about an hour at a time until the emergency declaration ended nearly 4 hours later. Some may have been for an hour, but there were plenty that I reported on that were 2.5, almost 3 hours being out of power in the middle of this with absolutely no warning. The heat wave has not brought just brought brutally high temperatures, but also increased wildfire danger and fears of CV spread as people flock to the beaches and parks for release. I told you they were going to use this. We all talked about it. I knew they were going to use these wildfires over and over again for all these different reasons, and here we go. They are going to use these wildfires saying this is how CV is spreading so bad through here. Oh, well, these wildfires, why we have to shut your power off, etc., etc. They're using these storms that they are creating. Check out that lightning. Unreal what is going on. Reminds me more of the GEOSTORM movie. Check out that video. I'll leave the link in the description. GEOSTORM, they had massive lightning just like this talked about. It's just, it's amazing what that movie, foreshadowed for sure. It says records were set at Lake Elsinore, where the mercury hit 114 degrees Fahrenheit, Riverside at 109, and Gilroy at 108, according to the National Weather Service. The high in Borrego Springs in the desert northeast of San Diego was 118 degrees Fahrenheit. Coastal cities such as San Francisco and LA sweltered in 86 degrees Fahrenheit and 98 degrees, respectively. Yes, it's hot. We know it's hot, but it's been hot before. We have had massive droughts before. We have had massive heat waves before. And were fire tornadoes common then? Were the wildfires that are literally, burning down thousands of acres, thousands of miles just in minutes? That was normal? Man, people have to see this, right? I hope that we can continue to yell and scream and shout, and hopefully somebody will finally, say, oh, this doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. It says several cities opened cooling centers, but with limited capacity because of social distancing requirements. The state has seen more than 613,000 CV cases. Unreal. I talked about those cooling centers too. Another way to lure you into these certain areas, right? Oh, yep, you have no power. Well, we have a charging station. We have air conditioning. You come down and charge your electronics, but you got to wear a mask, and you have to be tested to get in. Well, just flip that, because we know what's coming next, which that's the vax. They do all this again, just like this, and what do they say? Oh, well, you can't get into this storm shelter. Oh, you can't get this. You can't use our charging stations or our air conditioning unless you show you have proof that you took the vax, or we give you the vax right now. Just think about it. It's coming. They've laid out the lines. They've set it up perfectly. And it ends with stay home when possible. If it feels too hot indoors, seek cooler temps outside. Keep physical distance, wear a face covering, San Francisco's Department of Emergency Management tweeted. This is just insane. Stay home when possible. I love how these people are sitting there telling you, stay home, don't do this, shut your power off, because you don't, if you just would conserve, then we wouldn't have to shut your power off. It is so wrong, so evil what is being done right now on all these different fronts with these storms, what they're doing and what they're using them for. And there are so many people that are right in the crosshairs, and I just pray for anyone that is out west dealing with these, with Colorado, California, Oregon. There's more. There's so many states. There's over 2,000 active fires right now in the United States. It's just it's nuts. But I'm going to end this right here, okay? I want to get this editing done and get this out to you, because this information is just extremely important. Please share this information. Talk to your family, talk to your friends, and please love your family right now in this day and age. What is going on in this world? Please tell your family you love them. Tell your kids you love them. Tell your parents you love them, because you may not have another chance. This isn't about fear at all. It's just about you can just see it. You see the breadcrumbs. You can see it. The writing on the wall is showing you things are getting very bad. You're not going to get any warning. And, you are going to be caught off guard if you do not prepare. So continue to pray against all of this, because prayer is more powerful than anything that this evil can work up. And we beat it every single time, because good triumphs evil. End of story. I love you all. We will talk to you real soon. God bless.